Right, I'm here with Micah Ortiz of the UST Lady Tigers. Micah, obviously, last game niyo against Asal, it's a very close game, pero natalo kayo. What was your opinion about that game?
Yun nga po, sabi niyo, very close fight. Both teams naman po nagpupush para manalo po. Ayun po.
So obviously, alam niyo naman na may pagkakamali kayo in that last game. Ano yung improvements na ginawa niyo after playing that game against Lasal?
Yung sa blockings, mas pinag-trainingan po namin ng maayos. Yun po.
Alright, thank you very much. That was Micah Ortiz of the UST Lady Tigers.
Mosey, it will be interesting to see how they bounce back after a demoralizing loss against LaSalle. But it will also be interesting to see how Ateneo will play today. Because against Adamson, yes, it was a win. It was an ugly win in their words. They came out with that one, and that's an important thing. But it was shaky, and it's a cause for concern going against UST.
That's right. We expected Ateneo to be dominant in that game, but it was a difficult game for Ateneo. Although they won that, but Adamson did not give it in a silver platter. They really had to work hard for that win.
That girl on your screens, Gretchen Ho, even played injured and still came out in that game productive. Let's look at some numbers from the Ateneo-Adamson game also.
Well, you can see full stretch, 5-setter for Adamson and Ateneo. And again, this time, look at the spikes of both squads. Adamson putting out a big 60 spikes in that game. Ateneo answering back with 53, but five blocks for Ateneo and only 2 for Adamson in the entire game.
That's right.
So the defense of Ateneo worked towards the end of that game, and they were able to win it. And again, siguro nga kung ano yun, something to look at. That game, they really worked hard for it. There were some concerns in how they played their character as a team. Today will really be a test for them.
They had good contributions from a lot of people. We did say Gretchen Ho came out. She wasn't supposed to play, but she played, and she played her heart out. Phil Kaing left. Late in the game also, Eliza Valdez. But Zia Vasha was the most consistent from start to finish.
That is so right. And she showed us that even in their service, she was, she was able to control. She would go for her powerful serves, but later on will go for percentage and just put it in. So a really mature game for Zia Vasha, the G-Force. As you can see, 19 points, 13 from spikes, 3 block points, and 3 serves. Just an all-around game for Zia Vasha.
And her most productive output so far. And she sat down with our very own Erica Liboro. Let's listen to that.
Coming from a win against the Adamson, at the same time you're in a 4-game winning streak. Are there any pressures from the team for this coming second round?
There are pressures, I must say. Like the last game nga, we won 5 sets, and everyone was saying na next game, at least against Adamson or any game at least, parang we have to win convincingly. So yun, pressure, and to do better the second round so we can end within the final 4 slots.
Alright, and that's Zia Vasha of the Lady Eagles.
Introducing our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Philip Sison, international referee. Second referee, Mr. Efren Gaa, international referee. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Lady Tigers of the University of Santo Tomas. Wearing jersey number 1, their team captain, Rhea Katrina Di Maculangan. At number 2, Midori Hirotsuji. Wearing jersey number 4, Ingrid Julien Reyes. At number 7, Micah Angela Ortiz. Wearing jersey number 9, Maruja Banatikla. And at number 11, Judy Caballejo. Libero, number 10, Jamie Mariel Morado. Head coach, Mr. Oji Mamon. Calling on our Lady Eagles of the Ateneo de Manila University. At number 2, Eliza Valdez. Wearing jersey number 3, Gretchen Hall. At number 6, Angeline Marie Hervasio. Wearing jersey number 7, Alice Carol Nakachi. At number 12, Jamanea Ferrer. And their team captain with jersey number 15, Phil St. Merced Tanglet. Libero number 13, Denise Michelle Lazaro. Head coach, Mr. Roger Gorayev.
Coach Roger Gorayev,
The best of luck.
Oji Mamon, two very, if not two of the most popular teams here in the women's division of the UAAP will go at it for the second time this season. 3 sets in the first matchup. Ateneo winning that one. They looked sharp. And as you put it, USC looked a little bit disorganized in that first matchup. But make no mistake about it, this might be a different story here coming into this game. The starting 6 for both teams on your screens. And Gretchen Hall back starting.
Right.
Although masakit pa rin daw yung kanyang ankle in training yesterday, Mosey, but definitely better than how she was last Wednesday.
But in spite of that, remember, she was the spark plug for Ateneo in that last game.
4 points only, pero 4 very important points that she scored. And service error, probably a little bit of the jitters from the 2-time best setter of the league,
Lady
Jem Ferrer,
Tigers
to award the first
with the
point
first point.
to the Tigresses.
Judy Caballero serving.
It'll be interesting to see how they respond after a heartbreaking loss to LaSalle the
Nakachi
last
with a
time
back
out.
wick.
Nakachi also played a crucial role in that last game,
That's
Mosey.
so right. You know why she was very effective towards the end of that game in the 5th set, because the focus of attention will definitely not be on her, especially on offense. But Jem Ferrer, so smart, gives it to Nakachi a few times and scores for Ateneo.
Hirotsuji answers right back. 2 serving 1 is the score. One of the things that the concern of Ateneo coming into this match out of that Adamson match was the poor reception, the quality of reception that they had in that game, and that's what we're going to look at right now. Lazaro receiving,
Returns the favor.
Ferrer setting, and Hervasio putting it away. Let's talk about USD for a while with Victor Lopez. Go ahead, Victor.
You know, morale is probably the biggest issue right now for USD, especially coming from that loss against DLSU. But of course, Coach Oji told the girls to put that loss in the back of their heads because he knows that they're going to need everything they could possibly muster in order to face Ateneo in today's game. So that being said, you know, the Tigresses don't want to suffer back-to-back losses, especially since they want to start out the second round on a high note. So look for them to be aggressive from the get-go and possibly play the best volleyball they've played so far in this season. Boom and Mosey.
Sometimes USD, as you know very much, Mosey, needs to be really motivated.
Kailangan finds the
Minsan
hole.
kulang-kulang sa tulak ng mga to.
Trio.
Yung especially when they lose a game, ang tagal makarecover. It takes them a while. You see Rhea de Bacolangon at the dump ball.
Serving.
All familiar dump ball. We will see that coming from Jem Ferrer today.
Two
From
of the-
Rhea de Bacolangon.
Two of the best setters, ha?
Yan. Today,
Yes.
this game will showcase 2 of the best setters, and we will see who will have the better game plan today.
Z Hervasio.
Actually, both teams need to forget what happened in the last game. Even if Ateneo came up with a win.
It wasn't that pretty.
Yes. Galit na galit daw si Coach Roger in training. And
Yes.
hindi naman tayo
with a block.
nagtataka kung bakit tumama sa antena. That's an automatic violation. More on Coach Roger and the rest of Ateneo from Erica Liboro. Go ahead, Erica.
When I spoke to Coach Roger earlier and asked him, Coach, ano pa mga pressure up against the Tigers? He said, walang pressure sa amin to. Obviously, we're on top. So, sa amin talaga ang laban na to. And he also told me na you have to do is play consistently and prevent committing errors. For this game, he just needs the Lady Eagles to stay focused and to push themselves to keep their energy at a high pace. And regarding Gretchen Hall's ankle injury, all is well, except that she's suffering a sore throat. But she told me this won't definitely get in the way. The girls are way excited for this match that they even arrived an hour before their call time. Talk about dedication. Women Mosey?
Well, she was a warrior in that last match.
Oh,
The few minutes that she played. Actually, mabigat na nga yun. Yung linaro niya, yung tagal niya sa court, ha?
Ang matagal din siya in having that injury.
Kinailangan talaga siya ni Coach Roger.
And she's really smart in playing.
Yes,
Diba?
you're right.
Pinipit niya yung sarili niya in defense and went for offense. And as you've said, made 4 points. Very crucial points for Ateneo.
No error. She had no error.
100%.
Ganun katipid yung laro niya, no? Parang very efficient. Yung kung ano lang kinailangan sa kanya. Kainglet, first attack of the match. Lazaro unable to keep that ball off, so the lead switches to USD. The crowd loving the action early here in Volleyball Central, the arena in San Juan, and you're watching us live on Studio 23.
Ingrid Reyes with the looper.
Had 10 points in that last game against La Salle, her most productive also so far. One of the better servers of the league ever here in her stint in the UAP with a service error, but she's always in there when it comes to serving the ball.
Gretchen Ho for Ateneo.
In the meantime, Gretchen Ho. Triple block. Confusion on the reception. So a chance again for UST Gaballejo through the block. Gretchen Ho sets up Kainglet. Oh, that was sailing out.
On the line.
That was sailing out, but Panatitla took it. And Ateneo takes over.
That's why Coach Oji Mama, look at him reminding the girls to be in their proper places so they could recognize whether the ball is going out or in.
Back set. Check by Kainglet, their best blocker.
And that's going to be a lifting violation.
Ball for the Northeast.
Surprisingly, Kainglet and Herbacio, their best blockers here for Ateneo. They get to the technical timeout with the 2-point lead. Back here at the arena in San Juan, ABS-CBN Sports Live, and exclusive coverage of the 74th season of the Women's Volleyball Tournament. Second round action, and we end the weekend today with this Ateneo UST matchup. 8-6 ahead are the Ateneo Lady Eagles. That's Mrs. Jojo Neri Estacio, the channel head for Balls, Channel 34. Sir Terrence, that's Marga and Isa, the kids also here watching the game. Of course, the volleyball replays are on Balls, Channel 34 the next day. We're happy to have you with us. Boom Gonzalez, Mozy Ravenna. Ateneo chance here, and Ferrer with the dump. Sent back, Kainglet, combination. Not the way they wanted it to be, but it still produced a point.
That's right. USC, look at this error on the reception. Everybody was just staring at that ball.
Two crowd favorite teams. Speaking of crowd favorites, that's Gretchen Ho. A lot of people cheering for her every time. Caballejo. Ferrer. Out to Kainglet, off speed. Great dig. Mistimed, and that's 4 touches.
Everybody there for the
That was a great dig from Morado.
Who missed the game against De La Salle.
Against La Salle.
They used Denzel Dusaran the entire game.
Pangalawang libero nila. Coach Oji, on your screens, very be-medaled player from UST and for the national team formerly, as Valdez could not handle that.
7-10.
Point for UST. Coach Roger, well, speaking of be-medaled.